Salut tout le monde. Mes amis, je nous parle là. Malgré John dit pour le pays pouvoir ça, c'est sous fiel pour démocrate passé. Mais je nous regarde ça là, pas quoi soit pour John. C'est seulement pas quoi soit pour John. Parce que presque tout côté et Biden c'est lui-même qui abat. Pas quoi soit pour John. Pas quoi soit pour John. On en suit ensemble.
Kamala and I are here to make a brief statement, and I'm sure we'll have more to say later and tonight or tomorrow. But let me begin by thanking the press for being here and thanking everyone else. My fellow Americans, yesterday once again proved that democracy is the heartbeat of this nation. Just as it has been the heartbeat of this nation for 2 centuries. And even in the face of a pandemic, more Americans voted this election than ever before in American history. Over 150 million people cast their votes. I think that's just extraordinary. If we had any doubts, we shouldn't have any longer about a government of, by, and for the people. It's very much alive in America. Here, the people vote. Power can't be taken or asserted. It flows from the people. It is their will that determines who will be the President of the United States, and their will alone. And now, after a long night of counting, it's clear that we're winning enough states to reach 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency. I'm not here to declare that we've won, but I am here to report when the count is finished, we believe we will be the winner. With all the votes counted, we have won Wisconsin by 20,000 votes, virtually the same margin President Trump won that state 4 years ago. In Michigan, we lead by over 35,000 votes, and it's growing. A substantially bigger margin. President Trump won Michigan in 2016. Michigan will complete its vote soon, maybe as early as today. And I feel very good about Pennsylvania. Virtually all the remaining ballots to be counted were cast by mail. And we've been winning 78% of the votes by mail in Pennsylvania. We've flipped Arizona and the 2nd District of Nebraska. Of special significance to me is that we've won with the majority of the American people. And every indication is that the majority will grow. From a popular vote lead of nearly 3 million votes, and every indication is that will grow as well. Indeed, Senator Harris and I are on track to win more votes than any ticket in the history of this country had ever won presidency and vice presidency. Over 70 million votes. I'm very proud of our campaign. Only 3 presidential campaigns in the past have defeated an incumbent president. When it's finished, God willing, we'll be the 4th. This is a major achievement. This is a major achievement. It's been a long and difficult campaign, but it's been a more difficult time for our country, a hard time. We've had hard campaigns before. We've faced hard times before. So once this election is finalized and behind us, it'll be time for us to do what we've always done as Americans. To put the harsh rhetoric of the campaign behind us, to lower the temperature, to see each other again, to listen to one another, to hear each other again, to respect and care for one another, to unite, to heal, to come together as a nation. I know this won't be easy. I'm not naive, neither of us are. I know how deep and hard the opposing views are in our country on so many things. But I also know this as well. To make progress, we have to stop treating our opponents as enemies. We are not enemies. What brings us together as Americans is so much stronger than anything that can tear us apart. So let me be clear. We are campaigning as a Democrat, but I will govern as an American president. The presidency itself is not a partisan institution. It's the one office in this nation that represents everyone. And it demands a duty of care for all Americans. That is precisely what I will do. I will work as hard for those who didn't vote for me as I will for those who did vote for me. Now, every vote must be counted. No one's going to take our democracy away from us. Not now, not ever. America's come too far. America's fought too many battles. America's endured too much. Never let that happen. We, the people, will not be silenced. We, the people, will not be bullied. We, the people, will not surrender. My friends, I'm confident we'll emerge victorious. This will not be my victory alone or our victory alone. It will be a victory for the American people, for our democracy, for America. There will be no blue states and red states when we win. Just the United States of America. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops.
The Democratic presidential nominee, Joe Biden, speaking in Wilmington, Delaware, saying that every vote will be counted. He did not declare victory, although he did say once every vote has been counted, he does believe that he is going to be victorious. We're going to talk more about his speech, but first let's go to Wolf Blitzer, who has a projection.
We have a major projection, not just a projection, but a major projection right now. CNN projects that Joe Biden will win the state of Michigan, a huge win, 16 electoral votes. Biden wins Michigan. That brings his number. Look at this. Now Biden has 253 electoral votes. Trump has 213. You need 270 to win the presidency. Biden now has 253. Let's go over to John King at the Magic Wall. Wisconsin a little while ago. Now Michigan, he's getting closer and closer.
Two big pieces of the so-called blue wall. That is why Donald Trump is president. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. Joe Biden has now flipped Michigan and Wisconsin. He's also flipped that congressional district in Nebraska, the 2nd congressional district. Joe Biden, as we speak right now, is knocking on the door of the White House and the presidency. 253 electoral votes right now, and Wolf, Joe Biden, as we know, is leading in Nevada. That would be a Clinton state hold. That would get him to 259, and he is leading in Arizona. That's 270. That's victory. Yes, Alaska is likely to go for the president. Yes, the president is leading here and here. The president may get this congressional district here. He won't get them all here. Let me fix that for you. Here and here. You bring that out, but it doesn't matter. Once you get to 270, you can't be caught. And so if Joe Biden holds his lead, again, we'll give that one over to the president. Let me move this here. Do that. Boom. Joe Biden holds this lead right here in Nevada, holds that lead in Arizona, then it's game over. The question is, how fast will they advance the vote count here? We can look at the leads, but if you just map this out, remember, even without the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, still counting votes there, the president has a lead. It is shrinking a bit. Joe Biden, as he just said, thinks he can get it back, but he doesn't need it. With Michigan's a flip, Wisconsin is a flip. If he can flip Arizona now and hold Nevada, he's the next president of the United States. And if you walk over here and look at the map, I have Michigan up right now. You look at the lead, you're 20,500 votes ahead. That's Joe Biden said. President Trump carried this state 4 years ago. You want to go back in history, it was just 22,000. That's Wisconsin. Let's move over here to Michigan. 10,000 votes 4 years ago. You come up here, Joe Biden ahead now by 61,000 votes. That tells you why we make this projection right now. And if you come through and watch this, it's an impressive win in the sense that Wayne County, 85% of the vote in, Joe Biden running ahead. So we pull out the bigger map and we look at it this way, right? What happened 4 years ago? Donald Trump won those 3. He's leading in Pennsylvania right now. I just hope you can pull this off, well, just so people see. You see the map right now? I just turned off the states that we have not called. Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Alaska, Arizona, and Nevada. The key point is, all Joe Biden needs now to get to 270 is this one and this one, and as we count the votes throughout the day, he's leading in both of them. That would be the difference.
Let's take a look at those two states right now. The two states that would bring him up to 270, and he would be elected president of the United States.
Let's start in Nevada. Again, this would be a Clinton hold. Hillary Clinton carried the state 4 years ago. You see Joe Biden, we're waiting. This has been a consistent. We haven't gotten any new votes out of Nevada in quite some time, and we're watching the vote. 7,647 votes ahead. If you're a Trump supporter, you say that's close, and you're absolutely right. The question is, as they continue to count the votes, where would you look for them? Well, the biggest basket of votes in Nevada is here. Clark County, 73% of the population lives right here. This is the major vote center in the state. 84% reporting, so we're waiting for Clark County to update its vote totals. We'll see if we get some of that this afternoon. But again, in the largest county in the state, more than 7 in 10 votes in Nevada come out of Clark County. Joe Biden's getting 53% of the vote. That's all he has to do now. He's ahead. Is just win a majority of the votes coming out.